Hey, this is the Daily Overpass. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today, let's talk about app fatigue. Okay, so I was driving home from a meeting today and I took a couple of detours off the main road and I found this place on the Downs, which is totally quiet. This is the perfect filming spot. There is nobody around, right? If I get axe murdered here, you guys are gonna see it happen, right? So there's nobody around to hear me scream. So anyway, a couple days ago or last week, I did a video where we talked about will people get in the habit of paying more for apps with in-app purchase and things like that, and it was pretty good. We got some really good comments. We got this one from educate.tv who said, hey Eric, it's an interesting topic. I just wanted to add another info. People are getting tired of smartphones and social media. People are getting tired of being spied on and manipulated. The addictive qualities of the apps have reached a breaking point. This is called app fatigue by the experts. And he goes on a little bit more how he's experiencing app fatigue himself and getting just like an old non-smartphone and how much happier he is. And he says, I think we are reaching a point where people are going to use their smartphones less so, in my opinion. It'll be harder to sell apps to a user who is tired of this technology. Do you think we've become so greedy that we alienated users and destroyed our own future? I would love to know your opinion on the subject. Have you noticed app fatigue on yourself or friends of yours? You know what? It's a really good question because I never heard the term app fatigue before, and I went through and found all the TechCrunch articles and everything from a few years ago, and how people are getting more tired of social media and apps and everything like that, which I think is normal. Everything went crazy there for a while where, oh, there's an app for that, and everybody was going to the app store all the time and everything like that, and especially with social media. I got to the point where I just don't think we need a social media network. And at the moment, I'm getting superhero movie fatigue, right? But so every time there's a new superhero movie in the cinemas, and I, as a comic book fan in the 80s, as a kid growing up, I love superhero movies, but it's too much, right? So it's an interesting question, and I'm not sure if I know the answer to it, right? I do think probably people are getting fatigued from this kind of stuff. I mean, the constant social media updates, the apps for everything. The apps are so full. Something's at the top of the app market, it might be there for a week and then it's gone, right? And that might be the case. But I don't think this is a reason to give up hope, right? I think it's like going into a recession, like where the sales used to be so easy before, they might get harder now, right? So say I got superhero movie fatigue, but if it's a Marvel movie, I'll go see it because those ones are good, right? So there's always an exception, and if you do an app that's good enough, it can be used. And this is also one of the reasons why we're starting to look a lot more to B2B in terms of for Overpass, because these companies, it's just like in the web in the days where had the .com craziness and then the bubbles exploded and all these people who had HTML jobs were out of work all of a sudden, right? But there was still a lot of work in the enterprise. So I think, we're finding a lot of work in terms of B2B applications, which is not the same. I mean, the payment structures are different. The motivations of the app are different. They're not looking at the B2C of their application. A lot of times they're looking for stuff for the employees within their company. So it's still a vibrant market and a vibrant economy. And there's a lot of niches here that we're ignoring, right? For a while, it seemed like everybody wanted to share everything on social media. And that's how you make, within an app. So you can have an app that didn't share to Facebook, for example, which has always been a pain to me. Every time we've integrated anything with Facebook, it's been more trouble than it's worth. And I try to dissuade clients from doing that when they say, yeah, let's share to Facebook. It's like, oh, you know what? So we got these sharing plugins and everything, which make things a lot easier. But in the old days, you had to integrate the SDKs and get permission from Facebook and everything. And that was really hard. So for me, yeah, maybe there is a little bit of app fatigue at the moment. Hopefully it comes back. We thought the web was dead for a while and then it came back. And, and again, it might be that PWA's, take over and everything like that. but I guess I don't really know. I have been tempted to get a flip phone, right, when I see them, but you know, as an app developer, I can't pull that flip phone out and say, oh yeah, here's my other phone and everything like that. And it's become this indispensable piece of technology, but a lot of the things that we relied on apps before are getting integrated into the operating system too sometimes. So, you know, and I think a lot of the times about how I use apps that were developed by a developer, or when I use apps that were developed by either a mainstream company or by the operating system itself. So anyway, Mike, I want to put this out to you guys. I know I'm kind of rambling on about this a little bit. I want to put this out to you guys. Do you think that we're hitting app fatigue? I mean, I do find it's definitely different than it was back in 2013, 2012 when I got started. It's probably way different than it was in 2008, 2009 when a lot of you guys got started. But you know, I think there might be a little bit of app fatigue. I'm not too worried about it. Like, my revenue's lower than it was yet last year, but it's not gone, right? It's still there. It could still come back. You know, there's still ways to make money from this. There's apps out there that we just haven't seen yet. There are things that are going to get us excited again. There's going to be I think there's going to be some new innovations on the mobile phone market that's going to, you know, excite developers. We're all going to go out there and create really great things with it, but we just haven't seen it yet. Google I/O, I didn't really see anything there. Maybe ML Kit, but not really. So anyway, what do you guys think? Are we getting app fatigue? Are users in general getting app fatigue? And is this the beginning of the end for the app market? Anyway, that's it for today. Hey, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.